here at Radar Festival with George from As Everything Unfolds. I'm so grateful for you doing this with me, honestly, because obviously mental health, it's a huge topic, needs talking about,
Absolutely.
Very important. Could you please give a rundown of kind of like what your vibe is, what your sound is like?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're As Everything Unfolds. We're from just outside London, High Wycombe. Been going for a while now. We've got 2 records, and I'd say it's sort of melodic post-hardcore with electronic elements, heavy riffs, breakdowns, screams, fun. We try to be fun anyway. I don't know. That's for you to decide, not me.
So this is the hard question now. Are you ready?
Go on.
Could you describe that in 3 emotions?
Oh, okay, yeah, no holding back, right, okay. It's fun and emotion, enjoyment. I'd say the breakdowns are sort of angry. I think there's a lot of anger in it. I think there's a lot of anger lyrically as well. Cathartic would be one as well. Like, there's a lot going into the music that enables us to release certain feelings. You get a lot of things that are affecting your life out on that stage, I think, and through the music. The type of music we play allows me to do that. I can't talk for everyone, but for me.
Yeah. Do you know, so many people have said that about music being cathartic and like a release. If you were to signpost people to one of your songs,
Yes.
that is kind of like therapy, what would you choose?
New single, Set in Flow, and it's heavy. So if you're angry or you just need to sort of shout and let everything go away, enjoy that one. I'd say.
We need
you got to
it.
let it out, right? No bottling.
Between writing new material, recording, touring, everything else that comes along with being an artist, I think that would probably get quite intense.
Yeah, it does get intense. Fortunately for me, I don't write the music. So I don't have to deal with the sort of putting all of my feelings and emotions down on a piece of paper. I just get to enjoy that vicariously through them. I know what it's all about, and I know I know what's going into that music, but it's not my experiences necessarily. I can attach myself to it. That part isn't as, I guess, emotionally tolling on me. The touring and all the work that goes into it, the stress of wanting it to be good and putting, there's pressure on it because you want it to be as good as you believe it can be, and that's stressful. But I think as a whole, it's a creative process, and I think, like with a lot of things that are creative, it's an outlet, and I think there's a lot of positive energy and positive feeling you can get from that. Having that really helps me cope with stuff. It's just something to enjoy and do that I care about.
So it kind of sounds like what you're saying is it's a bit of a balance, really. Like, It can be stressful, it can be hard, but at the same time, it can be cathartic.
You have the business part, which is horrible, and then you have the creative part, which is amazing. If I had to sort of, TLDR it.
How do you sort of manage all of that? Like the hard times, the intense moments, how do you sort of balance that?
You have to stick together as a unit. I don't think everyone's perfect at it. Everyone knows that it's important to communicate and to say how you feel and stick together and make sure we're all okay. No one's perfect at that. You have your arguments, you bottle things up, you don't talk, communication breaks down sometimes. People didn't do that, they'd be lying. It will only get better if you do talk and you do help each other through it, because if you don't build each other up, then you're not going to achieve anything anyway in terms of like what your goal is. We do a lot of trying to take stock of what we've done and what we've achieved, because you're always going after that next thing. And sometimes you just have to think, I'm actually quite grateful that I've managed to have the experience that I've had, because a lot of people would love to do what I get to do, and then just be grateful, mate. Like, come on.
I'm so glad you said that. I can relate to that personally as well, with content creation and everything that I do alongside it. Like, there's a lot of pressure there, isn't there?
Yeah.
To carry on, like, performing, I guess.
Your own biggest critic as well, aren't you? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think it is so important to, like, check yourself and kind of, right, where am I at? Because where you're at now is probably where you would have wanted to be a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. So you get to a point where you think, I need to keep getting better and better and better. But if you'd asked me 5 years ago, do I think I'd be where I am now?
Yeah.
We would have gone, no way, no chance. So like, get a grip. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Take stock and go, actually, this is great. I'm going to enjoy this for 10 minutes because before I move on to the next thing. It's like,
plant your feet where you're at and ground yourself. I also love that you mentioned as well about like the realism of friendship.
Yeah, you want to sort of preach what you know is the right thing, but it's not always perfect and it doesn't always work like that. You know how you're supposed to act and you're supposed to communicate, but we're human and we don't always get it right.
So this is a really like kind of quick fire round. They saw that.
More really hard questions.
Yeah, really hard questions. That's what I'm here for, right, as a therapist. I love this question. Acoustic vulnerability or full distortion?
Full distortion. I'm a loud person.
So I think I probably know what your answer to this next question is going to be then. Sing your feelings or scream them out?
Scream them out. Go into a nice padded room and just punch everything.
Which is scarier, stage fright or sharing your emotions?
Sharing your emotions for sure, yeah. That's always a work in progress, isn't it? That's the hardest one, and that's why that's the one you work on and try and get better at.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes. Finally, if anyone watching is struggling with their mental health, do you have a message for them?
When you are struggling and you are down, a lot of people don't actually really feel like they can speak to someone. So I think it is keep an eye on your mates. Maybe one of your mates is being a bit quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe one of your mates is withdrawing a bit. Maybe he doesn't seem quite himself. Rather than waiting for them to reach out to you, why don't you see if they're doing all right? Or maybe like just enforce the fact that you're there for them and that you care about them. Sending your mate a message and just saying, "You're all right, I care about you, how you doing?" can really go a long way, I think. It's a responsibility to look out for other people as it is to say something if you're struggling.
Yeah. So last bit, any sort of releases, tour, anything like that?
We've just released a new song, Set in Flow, on Century Media, who we've just signed to, which is very exciting. And we've got a headline tour at the end of the year in November. Please come, they're going to be great.
Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's such an important conversation, so I'm so glad that you've been a part of it. So thank you.
I really agree. Thank you.